integration. Introduction.
Okay. So we are from Europe, as I said before. We have 5 people. We are from Croatia. I'm from Austria and one guy from Italy. We play this game, everybody above 3 to 5 years, something like that. In Europe we are known as basically the best team, or at least one of the top 3 or 4 teams. We already won a lot of competitions in LAN, not in LAN, in online competitions. Most competitions in Europe are just over the internet, which makes the whole thing quite hard compared to a LAN tournament, because we're used to our own computers and stuff. But it's awesome here and we really like it. Maybe next season again.
Can you express your feelings about Chengdu?
Chengdu itself is a really nice city. It's huge compared to my country. My country has 9 million inhabitants. Alone this city has like, I think, 20 million or something like that. The buildings are huge, the city, the arena is everything very nice.
Do you like the food?
Yeah, it's like, we have Chinese restaurants in our country too, of course, but it's a total different level of eating. Like it's better, obviously.
How many years have you been playing the CF, this game?
I've started 2009. I play since in North American closed beta and switched to Europe after it came out, because I am from Europe, obviously. Yeah, since 5 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time, yeah.
I think so. Can you give a simple introduction about the developing situation of this game in your country?
It's getting bigger. It's getting more competitive. We have quite a big competitive scene compared to our how big the game is. Compared to that, we have a pretty good competitive scene. We have a Go 4 series, which there's money into it, so we can win every week. Have a tournament which makes the level of the players much higher compared to other regions. Yeah.
Yes. And how's the feeling taking part into this season 2?
The expectation was higher. Like, we thought we could do better, but it's still a chance not many people have in this game. Also, we are like one of the top 40 players who are actually, or top 80 players who are allowed to participate in something like that. So we lost both games, so we are actually out of the tournament, but being in the 16 teams is already a big deal, actually. Also, it's hard to compare us to other teams because they have much more time to play it.
I want to say, can you make a prediction of your results in this season 2?
Yes, I think AG, Pepsi, or no, AG, yeah.
Chinese.
I bet 100% I can tell you that top 3 will be Chinese. I think, yeah. Let's see if I'm right. Can I get the razor thing too when I win? No, I'm just kidding.
You can get something from the other teams. You can get better in the future, get stronger.
Yeah. It's a practice because you compare. You never know. Like, we have our server. We play always the same enemies. Like, we know how they play, and here I play against a guy I will never meet again in life, probably, or just another event. And they play totally different on different maps, because it's just like every player has or every version has a certain way to play a map, because they're used to do it, and then they do something totally unexpected, because for them it's normal. Like, it's hard to guess what they're doing, which makes it even more competitive. And
can you get the evaluation about the Chinese professional players?
They're really, really, really good. Like, they're amazing.
Can you say something about the Chinese electronic sports atmosphere at present?
Yeah, the thing is, we don't really know that much about Chinese esports, because we the page is in Chinese and it's kind of hard to understand. But what we see here, or what we see in the CFS Season 1 and now Season 2, their style of gaming is on a way higher level compared to other versions.
Something about yourself. When and why did you decide to be a professional crossfire player?
I always was like, there are quite many people playing as long as me in our version, but never got on this level, you can say. I don't know, I always was like, I wanted to get better, and always tried to improve myself a lot compared to other players and stuff. And then CFS came out, and we played the first qualifier and we won. And then we liked it even more because we had a free trip to China and see how other people play and compare ourselves. And last year we reached top 8, and the feeling of being top 8 of the world in Crossfire, where it's like a few million or 10 or 20 million or more people playing it, and being in the last 40 players is amazing.
You just say the youngest player in your team is just 16 years old.
Yeah, he's the youngest, yeah.
Did he still on school?
Yeah, actually he does. He's still going to school. He just has a break for this.
Did your team players will go on to as a professional players in your future, as see this as a job?
It's already like that. Like we have, yeah, at some point you played 5 years. At some point you don't always have fun because it's more like I have to do this and this now because we have to play on Sunday and win it. So it's on a certain level it's a bit like a job already because you can't always have fun. Nobody can tell me from the Crossfire teams that it's really much fun to practice a lot, you know, like 4 or 5 hours a day or something. Is not always perfect, so it's kind of like a job because a job is never 100% fun. Doesn't mean that it's not fun to play the game or something, or playing the tournaments. Just at some points you're like, oh man, I want to stay with my friends, but actually I have to go home and play computers, you know. So, but it feels like a job, part-time, yeah, a part-time job at least.
How your parents think about you play this game?
When I was 14, my dad actually said that I shouldn't play the game, and I played it in secret for like 2 or 3 months or something. And then they realized, then there was tournaments with money, and I won that, and I was like, hey, I won a few money from that, and like what? And now they're very supportive in this whole thing.
Thank you
No
for the
problem.
interview.
照张相。